Have you ever felt your phone vibrate in your pocket, only to pull it out and see nothing? No calls, no texts, no notifications? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. You might be experiencing something called phantom vibration syndrome. Don't worry, it's not as spooky as it sounds, but it is a fascinating phenomenon of our modern digital lives. Let's dive into what's really happening when your brain plays tricks on you. So, what exactly is this phantom buzzing? It's a type of tactile hallucination, which is just a fancy way of saying you feel a sensation that isn't actually there. You perceive your phone vibrating when it's completely still. Researchers believe it's a byproduct of our hyper-connected world. We're so accustomed to being reachable at all times, so primed for that next notification, that our brains have essentially started to create false alarms. Think of it like a habit. Your brain has learned that a certain sensation in your pocket or bag means check your phone. Over time, it gets so good at this that it starts misinterpreting other similar sensations, like the rustle of your clothes or a small muscle twitches a phone vibration. It's an overlearned response. A bit like how a dog might start drooling when it hears the sound of its food bag, even if you're just moving it. Our brains are doing the same thing, but with digital notifications. This isn't a rare occurrence. Studies have shown that a huge percentage of the population experiences this. We're talking somewhere between 60 to 90% of people who regularly carry a mobile phone. That's a massive number, and it makes sense when you think about it. Our phones have become extensions of ourselves. They're our connection to friends, family, work, and the world. This constant attachment creates a state of heightened anticipation. We're always on standby waiting for that next important message or exciting social media update. This readiness makes our nervous system a little bit jumpy, more likely to misfire and interpret a random physical sensation as a vibration. It's a classic case of mind over matter, where our psychological expectation is so strong that it creates a physical feeling. So, who's most likely to feel these ghost vibrations? Well, research points to a few key groups. Unsurprisingly, young people who have grown up with smartphones as a constant companion report it more frequently. But it's not just about age. Your job and personality play a big role too. For example, healthcare workers who rely on pagers or phones for urgent alerts are particularly prone to it. Their job requires them to be highly responsive, conditioning their brains to be extra sensitive to these signals. Similarly, people with higher levels of attachment anxiety, that is, a strong need to feel connected and responsive in their relationships, are also more likely to experience it. They may feel a subconscious pressure to be available, making their brains more likely to generate these phantom alerts. It's all about how much importance we place on being digitally connected. Now, you might be wondering, is this actually harmful? For the vast majority of people, phantom vibration syndrome is more of a minor, sometimes amusing, annoyance than a serious problem. It's like a little digital hiccup. However, for some, it can be a source of stress and anxiety. If you find yourself constantly checking your phone, feeling anxious when you don't feel a vibration for a while, or if the phantom sensations are distracting you from your daily life, it might be a sign that your relationship with your technology is a bit out of balance. It can be a red flag for what some people call nomophobia, the fear of being without your mobile phone. It's a signal from your brain that maybe, just maybe, it's time to take a little break and unplug for a bit. So, if these ghost vibrations are bothering you, what can you do about them? The good news is, there are simple, effective strategies to retrain your brain. The most obvious one is to change how you carry your phone. If you always keep it in your right pocket, switch to your left, or try putting it in a bag instead. This simple change breaks the physical habit and helps your brain unlearn the association between that specific spot and a vibration. Another powerful technique is to change your notification settings. Try switching from vibration to an audible ringtone for a while. Or, even better, turn off vibrations for all but the most essential notifications. Ask yourself, do you really need a buzz every time someone likes your photo? Reducing the overall number of vibrations means your brain isn't constantly on high alert, giving it a chance to relax and stop creating false alarms. Beyond these practical tips, it's also about building a healthier relationship with your technology. This is where the concept of digital mindfulness comes in. Try scheduling specific times to check your phone, rather than reacting to every single buzz, real or phantom. Set aside phone-free periods during your day, like during meals or the first hour after you wake up. This isn't about getting rid of your phone. It's about being in control of it instead of letting it control you. When you consciously decide when to engage with your device, you reduce that background hum of anticipation that fuels phantom vibrations. It helps you be more present in the moment and less mentally tethered to your digital world. Over time, your brain will learn that it doesn't need to be on constant alert, and those ghostly buzzes will likely fade away. Think of it as a friendly nudge from your subconscious. Phantom vibration syndrome is a perfect example of how our modern technology is physically and psychologically shaping us. It's a reminder that our brains are incredibly adaptable, but also susceptible to the habits we create. By being more intentional about our phone use, we can not only quiet these phantom sensations, but also cultivate a more balanced and less stressful life. So next time you feel that ghost buzz, instead of getting annoyed, take it as an opportunity. A little signal to check in with yourself and your digital habits. Maybe it's time to put the phone down, look up, and reconnect with the world right in front of you. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference. And that's really what it's all about. Using our technology in a way that serves us, rather than the other way around. What about you? Have you ever experienced phantom vibrations? Let me know your stories and any tips you have in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this interesting and want to learn more about how technology affects our minds and lives, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. I'll see you in the next one.